On 5/10/2023, a new force will land, and I know exactly what that new force is, or should I say forces, because it is not going to be just one new truck coming from Ram. There will be quite a few of them sporting a new engine. We all know the Hurricane inline 6 engines are coming, and they are here to replace the legendary Hemi engines in a few platforms. And it was only a matter of time before Ram got thrown to the mix. But what if I told you the long-awaited Baby TRX that I first spoke of in 2021 is now finally coming? And anyone who is a parent to a young child knows babies are very expensive. Alright, so let's get right into this teaser that Ram dropped last week. Now you hear like a small clip of an engine and you only see like 2 headlights popping through the smoke. Now this looks similar to when Ram had the first TRX teasers and you only saw like 2 headlights going through the teaser videos. I'll show a picture of it on the screen right here. Now I'll go ahead and say this is not a new smaller pickup truck. This is not a new Ram Dakota or Rampage that's been spotted recently testing around Detroit. Ram does not have an assembly plant to build a new mid-sized truck at the moment. Stellantis shuttled the Belvedere plant, and I believe they did that in order to manipulate the Illinois government into giving them millions in tax breaks and in dollars. Now, if you want to see a recent example of the same tactic that Stellantis employed, look at what Stellantis did when they let float out there the rumors that they could move the Challenger and the Charger to Illinois. They got over $1 billion from the Canadian government to stay in Canada, when it was never going to leave in the first place. Now Stellantis is doing the same thing with Illinois, manipulating that government and giving them billions of dollars or maybe even millions of dollars by dangling all these new products out in the open, including the new mid-size Ram truck, the Recon EV from Jeep, the Wagoneer S for sexy.
I'm thrilled to share an all-new entry into the Wagoneer family. For now, we're calling it Wagoneer S. S for speed, striking, and sexy.
There's a lot of vehicles that are just dangling out there over the last few months, and all that is to play Illinois in the background. And watch what I tell you, I guarantee you when they announce Belvedere gets a new product, that Illinois is going to give them money. Book it, I promise you. So any new truck from Ram is at least 1 year away, and Ram would not announce a new vehicle a full year before it comes out. They wouldn't even announce the Ram Rev, and we seen photos of it back in 2021. Like, we just seen this truck just in January when they first officially showed it. This new force landing means just one thing to me, and that is hurricanes. Now, I've revealed over the last couple of videos, I know Ram is training their workers on how to run this new Hurricane engine down the assembly line. So I know the hurricanes are coming soon. Now, when you look at the commercial, it says a new force. Now, a new force can be in reference to the new Hurricanes that have force induction with the twin turbos. And even the release date is being very suspicious, with the date being 5/10. If you don't know what the significance of 5/10 has, well, that just so happened to be the name of the high output Hurricane that Jeep put in the Grand Wagoneer last year.
We're adding 2 new engines to the lineup, the Hurricane Twin Turbo and the Hurricane Twin Turbo 510. Both engines offer the latest powertrain advancements with turbocharged direct injection inline 6. The all-new Hurricane Twin Turbo 510 is the standard on 23 model year Grand Wagoneer L, and it will certainly delight owners, delivering more technology, more fuel efficiency, more refinement, and more horsepower at 510 and more torque at 500 pound-feet.
So a new force and a date of 5/10 seems to be a clear sign that a high output Hurricane is coming to Ram. So I went back and talked to a few sources that I had that would be familiar with this, and they confirmed to me that yes, Hurricanes are coming, and there will be a new trim as well. Now, if you guys remember last year, I said that Ram would jack up the price of the TRX so they can slide in a new model in between the Ram Limited and the TRX. And I said the new trim would be another luxury model that will focus on competing with the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. Last year, Ram added the Elite package to the Ram Limited to add some more luxury, and that raised Limited's price up to $73,000. But now this new trim, the Tungsten model that TFL revealed back in April, is going solid in that price range that the TRX was sitting in just a year ago. Or if you guys remember and rewind your clock back to 2021, do you remember when the TRX base price was just $69,000? I mean, I still got my window sticker right here. Ram TRX, $69,995 for a base price. Now you get the same truck that I had, 2021, same as that truck, same as that colors. There's no new colors other than special editions. Same as that truck. You cannot get it for more than $85,000. Ridiculous. And the real funny thing is, Ram, they took stuff out. So Ram got cheap and charged an extra $16,000 for the same as that truck and took out the mounts in the rear end to mount a sway bar, which I was the first person to do. They didn't want to paint the door handles. They didn't want to put lights on the rear doors. They don't even want to put the stitching in the grab handles on the rear doors anymore. People was going to have to go to the dealers and get those stitching back added to the grab handles. I'll show you a picture right here. Come on, Ram, $16,000 extra, and you guys can't put lights in the doors. You can't leave the bolt holes in the rear end. You can't put the stitching back in the grab handles in the trucks. I mean, come on now. What's the 16 grand going for? Oh, never mind. I know exactly what it is. But stuff like this is the reason why you should come on the TRX forum, because if me and other people didn't say this type of stuff on the forum, how would you know? So if you got a 2023 and you see you're missing some stitching and stuff on your grab handles and stuff, like I said, I'll show a picture right here. Make sure you get your dealer to order it, because Ram said it was going to be in there on the order guide. I don't know if it's an order guide or in the description somewhere, but I'll leave a link to the forum post where we were talking about just last week. But I'm saying all this to say that Ram intentionally raised the prices of the TRX so they can push a cheaper option. So in between the Limited and the TRX, I expect to be 4 models, right? So not 4 new ones, but you can have the Limited, this new Tungsten Limited luxury version. You can have a Baby TRX, and of course you can have the 6.2 Supercharged TRX. Now I have received word that all those models, the Limited, the Tungsten, and the TRX, all 3 of them will get Hurricanes. Now I'm pretty sure what Ram would do is put the Hurricane 510 into the more expensive trucks, like the Limited, the Tungsten, and the Baby TRX. And then for the rest of the lineup, for the cheaper models, they'll probably put the Hurricane standard output version in models probably like the Laramie, the Bighorn, the Tradesman. I think those all probably the Rebel too. They'll probably put that in the Rebel. I think the Rebel is probably going to stick around because it probably be the budget off-roader to go against the Rams, not Rams, but Ford's Tremor F-150 model. And then the Baby TRX with the 510 in it, that'll compete against the V6 Raptor that Ford currently has. And the 6.2 Supercharged Hemi version TRX, that'll compete with the Raptor R. But for one more final year, and that's it, it's done. Now I've heard from sources that the Supercharged TRX will be around for one more year, and I've even had a dealer tell me the same thing in an email. The TRX final year is 2024, this upcoming model year that's going to open up this summertime. And I was also told that the order bank's going to open up this week as well. This week, probably after the 510 reveal. But I hope you guys took my advice over the past year and got your TRX sooner rather than later. Because other than making limited colors, Ram has not changed the TRX other than jack up the prices. There's going to be no Red Eye TRX, no Demon TRX is coming. If there was, Dodge wouldn't be getting ready to get sued by Durango Hellcat owners rather than just making a Durango Red Eye and being done with it. Now Ford dropped the ball, and I blame this partially on Ford because they did not take the Raptor R and use it to go for the throw to Ram. Now Ram have been talking all big and bad ever since the TRX came out, and what Ford does, Ford brings a Raptor R with a big engine in it, and they still come out with a truck that does not have more horsepower than the TRX. I mean, I don't care, 700 horsepower version or whatever, it is slightly faster than the TRX. You could have made it 710 or whatever, take the crown and force Ram's hand in order to come up with some kind of response. Now you got this Raptor R that's barely faster than the TRX, and it depends on the situation in most times. So no reason to jack up the horsepower up on the TRX for Ram. I already said in a few videos that Ram's going to take the Ram Rev, add another electric motor onto it, and make an electric TRX. And it'll probably get somewhere around 1,000 horsepower to compete with the Hummer EV. I know some people gonna be like, well, where is this next special edition at, the Lunar Edition, like I said in this last video. Now I heard from multiple people that this vehicle is coming. It all just depends on how Ram will release it. Some of these editions Ram just dropped in the thin air with no marketing, not even do any kind of marketing to tease it. You just woke up one day and it's all over online that a bright orange TRX or a bright yellow one just pops up out of the middle of nowhere. It's a special edition. There's like 1,000 of them coming, blah, blah, blah. And then that was it. The only marketing campaign I can remember for the TRX in the last year that they try to hype the TRX up was when they did with the Sandblast edition with Ken Block. May he rest in peace. But there is no reason to hype up a limited color TRX. TRX is still very desirable for it, and it don't matter what kind of marketing you do, people are going to buy it. So just to do a little recap so that we're all on the same page, the Hurricane engines are coming to Ram. Honestly, they're coming a little bit sooner than I expected them to. I had a couple sources tell me that at least another several months before they hit the streets, so I'm thinking these Hurricanes may be late available, but I expect the Hurricane standard output, which is around 400 horsepower, to be in the cheaper trims like the Bighorn, the Tradesman, and the Laramie, and probably the Rebel. But I don't think the Pentastar is going anywhere. It'll probably still be an option. Stellantis did just do an upgrade on the Pentastar, and I heard one of them is going inside the 2024 trucks because the techs was being trained on how to, mess with that engine as well. Now, I just don't know exactly which truck is going to have the Pentastar option. It just depends on how Ram going to do it, and we'll find out hopefully within the next couple of days. And then I expect the Hurricane 510 to be in the more expensive trims like the Limited, the Tungsten, and the BABY TRX. Now, I don't know what the official name is for the BABY TRX, but I guess that Ram will follow in Dodge's footsteps and call it the TRX 510, just like with the Demon 170. Now, I thought that last year that Ram was going to use the GT moniker for a BABY TRX, but they put the daggone GT name on like a Ram 1500 with the TRX interior and try to jack it up with a cold air intake, Mopar exhaust, and the e-torque system to make it into like a BABY TRX. But now apparently this 510 version is coming basically in the Ram body, so who knows what name this new truck is going to be, but hopefully we'll find out hopefully the next day or two whenever this video comes out. But this is the end for this video, and if you're one of the 80% of people who keeps watching me run my mouth on a weekly basis, help a butter out, subscribe to the channel. I have some very, very, very interesting things coming, potentially over the next couple of weeks. That could be a game changer. I could be public enemy #1 if this happens to come true. But if you want to find out what it is, you got to stay tuned to figure it out. And until then, I'm out.